Hey, folks, it's 10 o'clock somewhere in the world. In a couple of countries, actually. Missing a co-host, but I think we're going to go ahead and just do a live archived video stream. We got nobody here coming to watch us or anything else like that, so we're just going to play the game and call it a day since nobody's coming to watch. Nobody's here. I guess we can call this. No? All right. I guess that's what's going to happen. I think what somebody in our community already took, playing with myself. So that's what we're doing. And we got somebody in the chat, Brad Wolf. Welcome. We'll be playing this game. I Am Your President. It is already running. And my Steam desktop is running anyway. Okay, Mr. President is here. Great. And already activating the cloaking device, I see, Thomas. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get going with this. I Am Your President. Last week, if you joined us, we played as a Joe Biden presidency, and we wrecked the joint. Link is in the description for that live stream if you missed it. It's only an hour and a half long, with the main gameplay being only about an hour. So it's just like a normal episode of anything else. And as usual, whenever I have to use StreamYard, it does its thing and switches off. Steve, to answer your question about where the StreamYard link is, this won't be an open forum until after the game. And depending on how many people are here and who is here and all that good stuff, we'll talk about things. All right, so pretty much this is going to be a very political game, obviously, because it's about you being the president of the United States. If you missed the last game and you don't want to go watch it, this is a presidential simulator. It's based off of decision trees. And you can rule however you like. You know, you can rule as historically as a regular president to see how they would do, or you can do whatever you want. You can nuke the world, and we're gonna see what that. Well, you saw what that looks like if you watched the last stream as Joe Biden. And just to answer Bird of Prey's question, he says, "Is it okay with the usual stream at this time?" Well, Jeopardy is taking a bye week this week, so this is why I am able to broadcast here and fill the void. Otherwise, I would be watching Jeopardy on John DeMarco's channel. Like and subscribe to John DeMarco every Saturday, except for this week. He is doing his Star Trek themed Jeopardy, which is gaining a lot of popularity. And please subscribe to John DeMarco. The game is hosted by him. Call him the Great Beard of the Galaxy, also known as the God of Shakari. If you've seen Star Trek V, you understand the reference. With a board engineered and created by Professor Brainy Specs. So anyway, let's go ahead and begin our game of I Am Your President. And let's see what happens here. Again, we're going to do Make America Great Again. This Prove Yourself thing is not as interesting. It's just a whole bunch of decision trees. And this, you get access to most of the game all over the place. We're going to do medium. We did medium last time. We're not going to do hard. And like this guy wants to be president of the United States. Okay, so great. So we're going to skip this, and we're going to jump right into the action. Or try to, anyway. We're going to skip the tutorial. I guess we're not going to skip the tutorial. I screwed that up. New game. Let's try that again. Make America Great Again. Play the scenario. Medium. Because I wanted to skip the tutorial. Warning. Accepts. That's fine.
I didn't like the
Skip
look
this.
of the very first president I saw.
There's the skip button, not start tutorial. All right, so let's answer the door and figure things out here. So here comes our cardboard cutout man. It's a pleasure. Let's see. I am sure that your presidency will be great for America. Thank you for your kind words. We're going to play Donald Trump, don't forget. Hope that we will get along and cooperate and the cooperation will bear fruit. Let's see. I will do what's best for my country. This is Joe Biden. Or not Joe Biden, Donald Trump. And of course he understands. Critical issues in your party. You like to conduct your own politics. I want to run my party. Interesting, because Trump is awesome. Okay. Sure, I'm ready to choose. All right. We are going to be yellow again for yellow timeline. Which party do you see is the biggest threat? Of course, the Democrats are. Noted we need to think about your central party. I fully understand. Okay. Healthcare or migration control? Migration control. Social welfare, education. Education. Diplomatic presence or law enforcement? Law enforcement. Domestic intelligence or exports? Domestic intelligence or exports? Exports. Domestic labor or public infrastructure? Domestic labor, we need jobs. Imports or energy? Energy, we need energy independence. Great, I will start with a few. I'll send you answers to a few questions. Blah, 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 no problem. All right. We'll be nuking things. Never, because we're Donald Trump. We nuked things in the last one. All right, as right as I'll ever be, dude. All right. Here we go. First question. What should abortion be legal? No, it's murder. Do you think photo ID laws should be stricter and require photo IDs? Yes. This would reduce election fraud. How do you feel about a free market without government intervention? I approve. Taxes shouldn't be increased and wages should remain flexible. Nice, Thomas. Nice. Are you more conservative or liberal? We're conservative. Which do you like better? We like red because we like to paint the map red. Do you think that affirmative actions are justified? No, it's just replaces old wrongs with new wrongs. This is simply a form of reverse discrimination. Anything that worked in Afghanistan was a mistake or necessity. I believe Trump said it was a necessity. Do you think terrorism will be decreased if you impose a Muslim ban? No, that's racist. Don't forget, folks, Trump did not impose a Muslim ban like the press said that he did. Would you sign a carbon emissions reduction agreement, given that almost every country except China and Russia didn't? No, if they didn't do it, I won't do it either. That's it, Mr. President. I will pass your answers on. Chief of Staff, you better do it. There's a Trump answer. Another knock at the door. Cardboard cutout man comes back. Hello, Mr. President. Thank you for your answers. Okay. I'm gonna see him. I'll take some time tomorrow or so. So something else. Yes, there are more things. Please look at this. This is a standard procedure, but we'll put things in order. I have a questionnaire if I have to. Of course. Next. Donald J. Trump. We're doing it, folks. Okay, so who's the favorite daughter? Trump has like 8 daughters and 207 sons. Let's see. Alyssa, the president's daughter, wife of Chester, runs a very popular blog. Okay. President's pet, Margaret the shark, because Trump has sharks. Sipping over a banana peel, the oldest trick ever. Your feelings. I'm a simple man. I enjoy a few good comedies. If there was a bombing attack, what would you do? Continue slurping my morning coffee. Because I'm Donald Trump. There's the last slice of pizza and 4 people wanting it. What slice of pizza? What grease on my mouth? Opportunity, man. Trump is an opportunist. Child is trying to cross the street through a red light. Hello, little one. Let's stop and wait together. Hey, didn't you remember the teacher or anything? Yep. Let's stop and wait together. Your deaf uncle has asked you for tickets to Pinky Swear concert. Well, family first. Your Uncle Andrew. Due to his disabilities, I guess I may as well give him the tickets for something less expensive. Yeah, let him go. Trump would do that. Areas of interest. Invest, harvest, repeat. Crap. Skip page. Your vice president's assignment. Friendship is power. Soon to be president's childhood. Kindergarten, not always the most successful place on earth. President would do that. Okay. Incident at the Politics Club at Harvard. One of the most promising students and chairman of the Politics Club had to deal with the disturbing behavior during last night's event. In the middle of the debate, one of the participants departed from the question and started sharing his radical, mostly racist opinions. The chairman took up the reins and redirected the conversation back on track. The chairman did not intervene and later explained that a debate was all about free speech. The chairman did not intervene and later explained it was all about free speech. Dan Williams diagnosed with brain aneurysm. What does vice president do? Vice president is known to entrust his subordinates with equal opportunity. Okay, yep. Dan Williams currently unable to govern due to his poor medical condition. It's the same question, the same answer. Let's admit that. And there we go. I don't know if I can check this without. Oh, I cannot. You can all see my naughty desktop. Naughty desktop. Okay. The main goal. We're not going to do a man on Mars this time. Build the wall and minor goals. Got to pick 3 minor goals. Anti-crisis response. President of law and order. Hang in there high and mighty or reclaim the American dream. All right, so all that crap on top of our screen has just been adjusted for our presidency. It's been a busy day. Thank you. I'd love to get some rest. Yes, you may leave. Bye-bye. All right, so those of you that missed our stream last time, that's pretty much the gist of it. So let me take you for a little tour of the Oval Office here. So we've got a pen. We'll get bills later on that we'll have to sign. Not too much later. I think right away we'll get some bills. And at the top, we have our society, which is our popularity, kind of like your approval poll numbers. This is your politics. This is how much you can BS and how much influence you have in your BS. This is the country's state of industry. This is the country's economy. This is the country's military might. And this is the country's diplomatic might. And we can do a bunch of things there. We can check our quests. We got promises. So this time we're going to build the wall. We're going to do an anti-crisis response, president of law and order, and rekindle the American dream and make America great again. Let's go to bed. Click to sign. It's creating our Donald J. Trump. There we go. And now we have my presidency card is here. We take a look at it. We can take a look at all of this stuff about us and what we do. Let's see who the idiot is at the door. It's this dude. Hello, sir. It's time for your routine test. What? Do not be alarmed, sir. Your little standard procedure. Someone gives you a half-empty milk bottle for your birthday. How do you react? I would appreciate it. You're reading a magazine. You come across a full-page nude photo of a guy. You show it to your wife, who looks at it. She looks at it so much she hangs it on her bedroom wall. The guy is lying on a bearskin rug. I'd definitely take that down. Your little boy shows you his butterfly collection, plus the killing jar. What'd you say? Oh, lovely. While walking around a desert island, you suddenly look down and see a tortoise crawling towards you. You reach down, flip it onto its back. The tortoise lies there, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over. But it cannot do so without your help. Not helping. Why? I'm not helping. Describe in single words only the good things that come to your mind about your mother. And let's stop there. Great. How do you like the test? What test? Get out of here, man in suit. You shouldn't be allowed in here. Somebody shoot him if he ever comes back to the White House. All right. So now this is the point where we will actually have a bill. State of Marine Environments Bill. Yes, send it to me. Okay. I, the President of the United States, by virtue of authority vested in me by the Constitution and laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim, as the planet's surface slowly turns into an uninhabitable desert, I decide we should start building a system of interconnected water bases. It looks like underwater life is the only option for future generations. We are not going to stop our tradition of giving the middle finger to BS legislation. That is our tradition. Let's get down to business to defeat the haters. We have a good 4 years ahead of us. And if we don't screw anything up, the following 4 will too. Exactly, dude. However, it'd be worthwhile to start doing something. Have you thought about changes to our great country? Yes, I already have some ideas. Great. Okay, so tell me. Great, we have ideas too. All right. You can't be passive, blah, 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 blah. What do you suggest? All right. Any advice? We're just going to go through this because we've done this before in the last game. Thanks, Captain Obvious, because we're Trump. Yes, let's do the interview. Or let's review some dockies. All right, so this is where we make our policies and all that good stuff. And we've got 2 action points right now that we can assign to things. So we got to think of everything that would be Trumpian in a way. The Trumpian system would actually have us go in this direction from here, modernize, and then immigrant point system, experts, immigrant work visa stuff, and new life for top talent. This would be the Joe Biden thing, which leads to open borders, which is terrible. Tax cuts for U.S. citizens working abroad would also be a Trump thing. Next is our education. Trump really doesn't do much for education. We leave that to the states. Law enforcement, we want to end up with what would be good? Commercial arbitrary courts. So justice system efficiency reform. See, would be about that. Domestic labor. Okay, so insurance requirements for essential workers. That's going to be Obamacare. We want to stay away from that. Race to the bottom policy. Maximum salary. This would be the Trump side here. Exports. And we want to make sure we've got high tariffs on our goods. There we go, right here. This will be the Trump. Select allied. Energy. Petrol aggression or nuclear is the future. This would be more Trump here, I think, would be nuclear. Nuclear man. Espionage. Anti-counterintelligence. Counterintelligence acquisition. Anti-counterintelligence. I think all of this would be digging up dirt. War expenditure. Big stick policy, of course. You don't want to demilitarize. And you don't want nonstop warfare. You want to make sure that they've got a big we walk around with a big stick. Military industry. We want to make sure that we've gotten serve the nation. All right, so this would be Trump's end here. All right. So we're going to put 1 point there because we're going to go to big stick policy, which is our nukes, Brad Wolf, our nukes. And espionage, no, we want to go to immigration and build the wall. Migration. There we go. Let's go to bed. Indeed. War never changes. Now we've got a new mail. We're going to leave the person at the door hanging because we don't care about them. They wait for us. Okay. Indeed. Nuclear-powered cars. Removing regulations obstructing Americans from running for office. I, the President of the United States, already read this, to make the U.S. political class younger, more diverse, and forward-looking. I urge the lawmakers to loosen the Constitution requirements to hold federal office in the United States. I think you all know what's coming, folks. F. No. As though the big reject pen. Yeah. Would not be enough. So we're here to talk about your latest speech. The one about French fries? I want French fries. I don't care what French people think. It's about the president's speech. No, it didn't. It's my new diet. Maybe I am very strange, perhaps even brain damage. I don't see Screech. I don't use Screecher this morning. Oh my gosh, how the heck did I know about that? Okay. Everybody betrayed. He screeched. Everybody betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world. That's it. I'm fed up with this world too. Who is this guy? Not sure. He later screeched, I hacked the president's account, called me sad terrorist because I'm very sad. That's all we know. No, he also write, if the president fails to meet my demands, I'll reveal the sad, horrible truth about him right here on Screecher. He's talking about my affairs. My gosh, he's talking about the drugs. And he must be talking about me accidentally killing my grandma when I was 5. Affairs. Sir, we don't know what he's talking about. You'll have to negotiate with this man, sad terrorist, if we want to avoid a massive scandal. Ho hum. Bring him down. Screecher time. All right, so now this comes. Who is this? This is me. I'm fed up with too much already. This is the president speaking. Do you want something from me, Mr. Press? I was just hoping you could do something fantastic for me, or I'll reveal your darkest secrets. All right, let's see. I have no idea what you mean by fantastic, seriously, but I can offer you a year-long supply of burgers and video games. That's not a bad idea. I won't do you any harm. All right, let's take a look at our 2 action points. We can get more action points later on. Let's go ahead and invest in law enforcement and domestic labor. Bring jobs back to the country. Go to bed. Middle finger time. Indeed. Let's sign this. Donald J. Trump. We have a new email. American Education Week. Yep. Send me the bill. I'll take a look at it and reject it probably. Every child in America deserves equal access to an education that meets their individual needs and prepares them for success. During American Education Week, we celebrate the boundless potential of America's students, honor teachers and parents and guardians who help develop their talents. There's nothing harmful in that. Not at all. And you thought I was going to give it the finger this time. We're going to accept it. Or maybe you didn't think I was going to do that. Maybe you thought I was going to fake you out in the beginning. From the beginning, anyway. Mr. President, it's come to my attention that you are extremely neglecting international relations. I've been busy. Nothing to burn after all. Ha ha. Many things on a worldwide scale. Blah, blah, blah. In that case, what do I do? Let's go ahead and good. I understand. Please start calmly. We want to wait out the drugs and all this stuff. Okay, good. And let's see. All right. As I lag. Welcome to the world map. This is where we spend more action points as well. Ooh, there's something here in Greenland. News. You have action points to spend. Let's see. Can we do some counterintelligence in our own country? No. Let's hold Canada responsible for something. And let's investigate India. Just because. All right. We're done with that. And let's go to bed. Ooh, we've got some news. And this is where we can pick up action points. Albania says, one U.S. surveillance satellite has crashed in Albania. No, it didn't. I've never met the satellite in my life. We need to secure it by all means necessary. Apologize to them, then it won't happen again. Let's see. Let's send Albania some money. Actually, no. We're going to open up some trade with Japan. Because we can. And let's investigate. Nobody. We're going to use these points in our policies real quick. Let's go here. And let's see. We want to go ahead and add to what we've already done. Energy. And war! What it isn't good for. Absolutely nothing. Gun safety seminars, subsidiations as engines like kerfluffle. Regardless of their state of origin, all legal entities interested in organizing seminars aimed at teaching gun safety to American citizens may now apply for federal funding. Seminars must still comply with corresponding state laws. You want to do firearm safety? I think I'm not worried about getting demonetized for my bad art. All right. How are you feeling today? Ugh, don't even ask. Oh no, I wanted to discuss something important with you today, but perhaps we should schedule it. Okay, I'm a professional, whatever. Public image time. Okay, 3 whole years. Okay, so it looks like I think we're gonna have to do speeches. All right, you just shut up. Okay, we're doing some things. Okay. Answer a few questions. Identity as a politician. Okay, so this is the 20 questions phase again. As a leader, what emotion would you like to inspire in your constituents? Confidence. We live in crazy times and people hate it when someone shakes the boat too hard. No. I'd rather focus on the issues, to be honest. It's too early to gamble with people's expectations. And who knows where this presidency will take me. All right, top one. Let's see. Sure. First, you certainly know there's a growing distrust towards our institutions, which are often believed to undermine the rights and freedoms of regular citizens. Would you like to lean on such libertarian sentiments? Yep, draining the swamp. On the other hand, Americans believe that there are many more immediate threats, both foreign and domestic, putting their attention at risk. The demographic would typically like to see their leader express a strong stance in matters of order and security. Rightly so, making my people safe is priority. So I address these things, but I don't want to fear. I don't think it's a good idea. Yep, rightly so. Blah, 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 blah. Next, we need to consider how much emphasis we want to put on national pride and prosperity, American exceptionalism. Hell yes, no success story in the world could rival our own. Noted, and then there's a bunch of more stuff that I probably am going to be forced to read. Issues such as climate change, social safety net, technological advancement, over a dinner table, for much freedom. Past, would you like us to include them in your platform? No, thank you very much. It sounds like socialism. And last but not least, do you think when you talk about money, unfortunately, fundraising is something? Let's see. My party will take good care of their number one guy. Perfect. All right. Bye-bye. I said bye-bye. Stop talking. I'm Donald Trump. Stop talking, man. Bye-bye. I said bye-bye. Get out of my office. My 2 viewers that I have here, everybody in the chat is being severely underrepresented here on StreamYard. Paperclip says, we've located the hideout of one of the lead Soviet scientists from the Cold War. I want him alive. I want him dead. Forget it. It's probably a trap. And we just gained some more action points. Isn't that cool? Let's do a trade deal with nobody. All right. We're going to see what they're sending us. American Charity Week. Sounds like Nancy Pelosi making up a bunch of crap. American people have been long known for showing the world the way forward. While innovation is no doubt crucial for the future of humanity, so is charity. This week, let's focus on helping our neighbors and sharing what we have in abundance with those that cannot call themselves lucky. I'm sorry. But America first, baby. No. All right, let's go to our projects. We have 6 action points to spend. We're going to use them. Pump 1 on the labor. Pump 2 into war. Pump 1 more in energy. 1 into exports. There we go. Now we're getting closer to where we need to be to start kicking projects off. What are you talking about? We've already pointed the entire cabinet. My office is ineffective. How dare you? Look at it. Okay. I can inflict. I got it. All right. This guy looks like Putin. Veterans Affairs. Secretary of Transportation is me. Nope. I'm going to put you over here. You know what? I want everybody I can trust over here and everybody I don't trust over there. Bye-bye. You're going to replace this guy. You're going to go over here. Let's see. Neutral. Trustworthy faces here. Ag, state, energy, trade. Eddie. All right. That's the bill wanted us to give money to everybody else. It's charity. They wanted us to donate all of our economy to everybody, and it failed. Ensuring humane incarcerations and interrogations. Sorry, waterboarding works. Waterboarding works. All interrogation and incarceration procedures are subject to new transparency regulations in order to ensure that humane treatment of both American citizens as well as foreign criminals apprehended by U.S. forces. Executive personnel of a given detention facility shall be held responsible, personally reasonable, for any transgressions of these laws. Now, here's the problem with this, and I believe the game people know this. Most of these places are privately owned. So in order for the United States government to enact this, we would have to encroach on other people's businesses. That is unconstitutional. It doesn't matter if the prison or if the business is a prison or not. Big D on the middle finger, J on the ring, T on the pinky, and reject. Now we're going to spend our action points before And we're going to go ahead and let's see, we got 5 action points to play with. We're going to go down here to military war expenders. Now we can unlock our good old upgrade, our military. Now, increase fossil fuel reserves. We got 1 action point left. Let's throw it into law enforcement. Now we'll answer the door and play the game. I'm afraid we got terrible news. Last night there was an explosion on a drilling site in Santa Barbara Channel. It doesn't look good. Any fatalities? 4 workers killed and 12 were injured. All 56 crew members were taken by lifeboats and safely reached shore. Good. Tell me exactly what we're dealing with. Worst thing about all of this is the leak itself. I was informed the flow rate is anywhere between 30,000 to 50,000 barrels per day. That's a lot. Another problem is, well, sir, your son-in-law Chester is on the supervisory panel board of Infinite Oil. It is their rig. F the media. We'll do all we can to stop the leak. I'll talk to Chester myself tomorrow, and I'll call the Coast Guard. Get it over with. We need to avoid any complications as we can. I'm sure Chester is already. I trust him. Nope. Let's bring Chester in on this. Good to hear that. How do you I get word out on this, sir? Hard times call for great statements. Hard times call for great statements. Let's give a speech. All right. Good evening. I just returned a trip from the Santa Barbara Channel to inform you about the battle we're waging against an oil spill that is devastating our shores at the moment. I will assemble a team of our nation's best scientists and engineers to tackle the challenge. I can assure you that I will fully cooperate with Infinite Oil Company to stop such incidents. Okay. I must admit that makes me deeply ashamed. My son-in-law is on the supervisory board of oil, but you know me, I'd choose transparency over nepotism any day. I love America. Okay. Media will probably blow this out of proportion, but I believe my supporters are smart enough and strong enough not to collapse under huge waves of fake news. So my job is done here. I will now play golf with my son-in-law Chester. He's smart and talented. I will fight the oil spill with our fight with the oil spill like this for weeks or months, but we will not cease until Santa Barbara Channel is safe and clear. May God bless you all. Let's see. The nation has known hard times before, and this spill is especially not the worst thing that's happened. I assure you, Infinite will pay for the disaster and the impact. Okay, so instead of finger pointing, we're going to say this. And we're going to go to bed. We're losing political support, but that's deep state. It's fake news. It's fake news. Anything in Canada? No. India. Scammers. The government of India has lost most administrative data in a hacker attack. What they didn't know is that the CAA has a backup. Let's pretend to be the hackers to see how much they're willing to pay for their database. Democracy. And they will never find out. 1 action point, 1 to espionage. That's what you get. Ooh. We can conquer people. But we're not because we're Donald Trump. We've got to resist the urge. All right, we're going to put 1 towards the wall. And we want justice reform. And Nedugi. So down the war for a second. Safety numbers. And come back up to Nedugi. Throw that in there. Lower gas prices. Okay, so we got to work on toys that. Oh, wait, toys. Should I say, President, I'm here to warn you that a new Chinese toy called Sleeping Panda. Have to warn me about anything. Sleeping Panda. That's what we're looking to do, Brad Wolf. Conquer this economy. Oh my gosh, sir. If you're using the toy, then we're all doomed. Why sleeping pandas are amazing. The best thing made in China since the Great Wall. I think you're overreaching. China is not our friend, but don't try to tell me that their pandas pose any threat. They do. Sleeping pandas are not amazing, and they're not even sleeping. These pandas are basically Chinese spy toys sold to Americans. Wait, what? I'm not joking. Every sleeping panda has dozens of camera microphones hidden in its fluffy body. Millions of Americans have already bought these dangerous toys. Tens of millions are planning to do so. The Chinese government will be aware of everything. All of those points that I just got and took them away. How? There's only one thing we can do. Defeat defeat China and neutralize the pandas at the same time. So does this clear his throat? My screeches. Twitter. Outrageous. Let's see. All pandas must be destroyed right now. Just shoot them. Chinese pandas are not sleeping. They're watching us all the time. Funny. What's black? What's black, white, black, white, black, white? A shitty Chinese panda toy was rolling down the hill. China's trying to trick us again. Don't buy any sleeping pandas, and if you own one already, just burn it. Ooh. Panda's a great a-hole. F you! I never do that. I'm just sad. Ha 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 ha. Chester. Good morning, Mr. President. I am here because I work for Infinite Oil and our rig malfunction just made quite a splash in the media, right? Look at him smile. Sniveling little prick. You're here because you're an idiot. Didn't I warn you about this whole oil business? Chester, you're one of the smartest guys in every room you've been in. But this time you have to listen to me. If you want me to apologize on social media, I'll do it. That's what I want, son. Take some responsibility and assure everyone's situation under control. That's not enough. I want you to resign from the oil board. Great, I'll do that today. Social media will once again save our asses. And I'll screech about it. Everyone should be happy about it. All right, get out of my office. Just as remarkable. You can't tell the difference between a cheeseburger and a royal. This is an invisible bond connecting all smart, caring people. We're all floating in this huge web made of light. One should not eat their young. Better grab a burger full of vegan or go full vegan. I'm proud of my son, Chester. I wish all the people in this restaurants was so funny. All right, let's go to bed. Politics and economy are kind of dangerously low. All right. Climbing up the military ladder. All right. Let's go ahead and go right to our projects. Wait. Let's go to the world. I want to investigate Mexico. Wait. Back to the world. Time to investigate China. And North Korea. President here to talk about your son-in-law, Chester, and do I really need to hear this? What did he do this time? One of the New York papers is going to run an article about him. It only looks very bad, but it also can blow out us. Article about what? How exactly is Chester involved in this? Chester is one of the politicians mentioned in this article. He's not a politician. And the article is about one of the pill mills here in Washington. First of all, it's all about politicians abusing prescription drugs. What is a pill mill? Chester's no politician. Jay. Now I hate him. About this, sir. If Chester starts talking to the media, he can bring you down with him, Mr. President. He embarrasses himself, nothing more. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, it fooled me. Tomorrow. Okay. It's a free country. Opioids. Yeah, they can do whatever they want. It does not matter. We have one more action point to spend. Okay, put it in jobs. Who's at the door now? Oh, this guy. Okay, war materials expenditure programs. Suck it, Rocket Man. Oh, this is the one. Okay. So now we're going to talk about doing beef with Kim Jong-un. That sounds hilarious. This is bad. We're going to lose this game. Oh, gosh. We're very much going to lose it. Oh, come on. EPA. Using social media to address the Santa Barbara disaster wasn't a good idea. The media and the public, the situation. Everybody knows I don't care about the environment, and let's just somebody spin this around. What options do you have in mind? Go to Santa Barbara and take pictures of me in the water hugging a dolphin or something. I want to donate $2 million to some green organization. Nope, we're going to hug dolphins. It's not a bad idea, sir, but I'm water can cost us billions, millions. Okay, so F that. Let's. We're going to do it anyway. We love dolphins. This president dies in an oil spill. Dolphin fetish or true environmentalist? And there's Darwin. Too bad John's not here, or he can't be here. All right. So now we've got a bill. Mental Health Awareness Week. Ooh. As mental illnesses are becoming more and more of a serious problem in the United States, I hereby solemnly declare Mental Health Awareness Week. We will spread awareness about the importance of mental health and share information about the treatment of psychiatric diseases and multiply new therapy programs across available for American citizens. And that is the reason why I'm enacting this bill. All right. Let's get ready to build the wall. One extra point left. Let's throw this baby into energy. Infinite energy. More nuclear power. Whoosh. We're finished. We're ruined. Speak fast. Crisis. Oh, okay, so this is where we get the crisis menu that we had last game. We're not finished. Start with the bad news. People stick themselves to the exhibits with glue. Okay. Why is that such a problem? Because they blame you in your disregard for ecology. Okay, right? So what's the worst one? So this one, it's tragic. People, be serious. This is dangerous. Where do you even get the cannons from? Lake Michigan naval battle. All we're going to do with this happened anyway during the story. So this is really, you blow past this. This means nothing. We're about to get impeached from office, which is, I guess, this is about right for Trump. All right, let's take a step back in a second and analyze this. I think this is pretty much right for Donald Trump. 416th society, he kept going up and down during his presidency. Nobody in politics liked him. His energy policies were great. We had record low gas prices since the Obama administration. The economy was already in shambles, but he did everything that he could to really pound it back up. The left-wing allies were dumping us left and right, while our enemies were actually embracing us as allies. Potential target for Donald Trump. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see if we can get some more action points. Bosnia. Come on. Hungary. Nobody leaves. We've received reports that the opposition in Montenegro managed to gridlock the entire government. None of our business. Post one action point. Publicly ridicule Montenegro. Urge the government to get their acts together if they wish to maintain the United States. Nothing. Not our business. Let it fall. We've got a new bill. American Religion Week. To honor the foundations of our great nation, I am proud to announce American Religion Week. We will spread awareness about the valuable lessons each and every American can learn by studying the scriptures. All right. Let's take a look at our policies real quick. Our next is 10 on that. We've got 7. All right, 3. Okay, we're doing pretty good. It's time to finally fulfill one of your main election promises. Do you mean telling people about UFOs? There's so many. So damn, this one. was really easy, sir. It's your promise to build a great wall at the Mexican border. Yeah. I know I'm not going to reach, but at least we can try. Try. Right. Even if I've seen your task force get his gun. Good. We need proper materials and construction site. Anything to stop the Mexicans from entering our holy fatherland. Yeah, that's what I thought. As a solid president, I need to make solid decisions. Let's think about the money. What billions for a freaking fence? This is in this economy right now. Economy must be higher than 500. Boo. 46. We are going to get assassinated, folks. Ooh, we're getting news from everywhere. Gamers are being, Canadian retired are being looked down as doom. I don't care. China. Redacted. The newly elected majority party is cracking down on freedom of speech. Stand for freedom of expression. Paperclip. Located how lead Soviet scientists during the Cold War. I want to be live. All right. That's all of our points. I don't know if you're aware, a bunch of people are waiting for you right now. My fans, I love to sign autographs. No, they're journalists. We're going to lose this game before we even get to the bloody first press conference. Wow. So going into this, we originally thought we had. All right, let's just do this real quick and then we'll analyze what we got so far. Mr. President, you answered for 2 hours. Yes, I'm an introvert. Being here is the worst. No, I love him, but it requires patience. You. Some of your students, some of your recent statements made me drunk. Of course, I've been a record. How are your current political decisions affecting your family? Do you think the media is on your side? No, fake news. My politics rating went up. Various members of the U.S. political administration. Checks and balances. This is coming to the end of this stream, I believe. Let's see. Actually, I just did not get involved, despite. All right, see who else is going to come at the door. Oh, come on. This dude, who's this? Joint Chiefs of Staffs. Eleanor. Oh, is this the one where she's making the movie? Took advantage of the comments. Okay. Okay. This is the mandatory military service thing. A better idea. Ever undergo the training. Reach her. Teach her thing about speaking. free speak. I mean, feminists want us so bad, we should be happy to oblige. Self-affairs countries are now only a handful of countries where I've tried something like that. But there are said fair is fair. And it takes our approval points away. We gain approval points, but it takes it away. This doesn't work out. All right, so we're going to be impeached. Kyrgyzstan, leader of Kyrgyzstan, is enough to use the U.S. as a scapegoat when explaining his shortcomings. And news from Mexico. Great tax saving for U.S. companies. Well, we got our politics back up, and now the people are. American Children's Week. I'm really tired. Starting today, we are entering into American Children's Week, and I humbly ask all Americans to pay attention to the future of our nation and officials to evaluate related social administrative issues from the state of education, children's families, and material situations. This is I'm not effing the children, I'm effing the Nancy Pelosi that came up with this. Nope. Forget it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have nuclear capability. Now, too bad there's no like RoboCop program or something. This is the one thing I don't like about this game. There's too much reading. Have like voice actors or something read this back to us. Because here she's talking about some things that affect the GDP. I should specify concern. Mostly, what's your point? Because I'm not really listening to you. Applied pharmacies, hospitals, okay, yeah. Only matters first. At this point, our economy is so reliant on this bundle that we cannot shy away from it. Okay. All right. Oh, jeez. People will just like stop. We need to talk about game now. This is where they complain about speed running and using exploits and all that stuff. Oh, it's like whichever president we choose to be, we lose the game. This is Screecher again. Should redheads be allowed to sing Christmas songs? All right. We're going to be screeching about redheads and Christmas songs. Go to bed. All right, so I want to hear it in the comments. Looking at our forecast right now, should we go ahead and just have some fun with what little game we have left and just start going off the beaten path, since we know that Donald Trump's presidency is going to end in failure. We know that a Biden presidency has ended in failure and it is ending in failure in real life. So should we go off the beaten path and just start killing people? What do you think? Brad Wolf, a presidential simulator where you can't win sounds about right. Yep. That's about right. So what do you think? Should we just start wrecking the world? Let's see. Ooh, Norway says serve a hub in Europe has caught for big who cares? All right. So let's see what our last bill is, because we're just going to give up at this point. It's no fun playing by myself. Okay, playing with myself. Establishing joint council for intersectional government and corporate economy stabilizing plan. What? What is this? F U. Because I don't know what that means. All right, so on the world map, let's go ahead and nuke Canada. And nuke China. Ooh, they've got a nice shield. We're down to 0 military because everybody's dead. How many action points do I have left? 3. Let's nuke Mexico. Oh, we have no military. That's right. Good morning, sir. This is the last day of my presidency. So now we're just going to, yeah, we're done. We're absolutely done. We're going to make this fun. Please don't continue. Get out of my office. I don't know who you are. You suck. Out. Another broken promise. Out. Too bad we're not going to survive to the next turn. Otherwise, we definitely will do that. This is just annoying. Absolutely annoying. Stop. Any option here that will make you stop talking, dude, and get out of my office? Goodbye. Oh, come on. Slice. Slice. Yeah, there we go. No society, no politics. We're done, folks. Do north. Thomas, I can only do the North Island. What do I do? But the whole country's lit up. Let's nuke Australia. Screw it. Oh, I don't have the military to do it. Aw. Boo. Let's just conquer it. Won't nuke it. We'll just conquer you. Riots. We did this in riots as well. Folks, this is done. You have to be your own president. And with that, folks, this game is over. But the game here on YouTube is just begun. Click the link right here in the chat if you'd like to come up and shoot the breeze for a little while. You'd be more than welcome to do so. But it's not posting here on the left. There it is. It is now pinned to the top of the chat. If you'd like to come back and be on the show for the remaining, 40 minutes or so, because maybe we'll round out at 2 hours. I'm not sure, but maybe not. And not my vice president is on.
No, your vice president, Jones. How are you, Tony?
Well, yeah, doing all right. Doing all right. Sorry about that last action being an invasion of both Australia and New Zealand.
I reckon. What's your beef, man? What's your beef?
Yeah. And we got thrown out of office.
I found
Much
it
as we
hard
deserved
to
it at that
read.
point.
I found it hard to read the stuff on the screen. That was the only problem. So, but it was still interesting to watch.
Yeah, the choices are pretty boring. The actual story arc is boring. So I kind of want to just speed through it and get it over with.
Fair enough.
Try and get this game.
What do you think about? What do you think about a game where we all go on StreamYards and we all jointly decide what to do?
Yeah, well, this original stream was supposed to be me and Omnicast, but no call, no show on Omnicast part. So I don't know what happened.
I'm sorry to hear that. I could have come up, but you said not until after the game, so I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Maybe we'll do something else in a little, later on, another game or something different.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I already played this game through, I want to say 5 times already.
Okay.
And the other 3 times that I played my own campaigns and stuff, I've won. So I didn't take one extreme to the other, except for these streams. So, as Biden, we lost. As Trump, we gave up because we were going to lose anyway. So,
yeah. Well, as Biden, you probably should lose. To be
yes,
fair.
indeed. But we have answered. question of whether or not this game is biased or not. It is definitely not biased.
Although I am surprised you didn't like the regulations ensuring there were no torture, because even though they're secret corporations, corporations still have to obey the law, and you don't want to go against the Geneva Convention on the prisoners of war.
Well, those were prisoners of war. This was talking. Well, actually, no. Trump is in favor of waterboarding, so we had
I
to play.
know
It
he
down the
is.
line. We had to
I
play it down
don't.
the line.
Fair enough. You played as Trump, but that's
Right.
something I disagree on with Trump. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In reality, I kind of agree with Trump. I mean, if you have prisoners who have information and these prisoners have been tried and convicted in legal court of law, and they've got information that could save thousands of lives at a stretch, should we waterboard them?
But
Or anything else?
that isn't
I
isn't how
personally
we isn't how we treat prisoners of war makes us different. What separates us from the enemy, like to be more civilized, you know?
well, I'm not qualified to fully debate this.
Fair enough. I hope I'm not upsetting you. It's just something I was thinking of.
And I'm not a politician.
Yeah.
I am political, but I'm not a politician. I couldn't get into it, but because now you're getting into the Spock logic of the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. So if the needs of the many are that we have to save the lives of the many for the torture of one to get that information,
Yeah, the trouble
again,
is
above my pay grade.
trouble is also torture's been shown not to be that effective. People just they end up telling you the answers they think you want to hear rather than actual intelligence. So
Well,
it's
torture also
it's a
as like a
mixed
means of
bag.
punishment. Torture as a means of punishment has been around since time immemorial. But
Yeah,
as a means of getting information, again, I think I think that's how we got Bin Laden, probably. So,
mm,
again,
mhm.
I'm not going to try and change the that aspect of the world because I'm not qualified to do so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Not even in a
Yeah,
video game. I mean, so I just like it's not something that would keep me up at night. Otherwise,
fair
it would
enough.
keep me on that screen for the next 6 hours debating with myself in a mirror, like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah,
Reject it and move on just so the game can go.
yeah, fair enough. I'd accept it if I was playing, but everyone could play different ways. It's only a game after all.
Yeah. It's on Steam, by the way. It's only what? How much is it on Steam right now? I looked in the store. Oh.
I don't know if my old laptop would be able to run it, but I could give
It
it a go.
should. It's a fairly cheap game as far as
Yeah. I agree with you though. Too much reading, and I have trouble reading myself because of the way my eyes work. They should have just got voiceover actors to read out the dialogue bits.
that would be really nice. Oh crap.
Yeah.
We got more sounds coming in. Did not authorize that playback. Let's see. The minimum requirements for this is Windows 7 through Windows 11. Windows 10N needs Media Feature Pack. Let's see. 3 gigahertz processor. Why? 8 RAM? Really?
Okay.
This is an taxing game. This
What
is
about
terrible.
what about graphics card wise? Because my
GTX 970.
okay. Because my graphics card is a little dodgy, a little old. But I could try it. Anyway.
Yeah, can you see this?
Hang on, I'm waiting for it to. Yeah.
That's awful for this game.
Yeah. Considering what it shows you when you play it, you're like, what the hell? Why?
Exactly. 8 gigs of RAM? Really? A
Yeah,
GTX 970?
that's crazy. Yeah.
Storage 9 gigs? Do I got the right game? I do. This game required none of this.
That's nuts, eh?
That's nuts.
Yeah, absolutely nuts. Hmm. I might
That is
try and get
absolutely
Steam
nuts.
on. I might try and get Steam on my Linux computer rather than my Windows computer because you can run Steam on Linux these days, right?
Yeah.
Do they have a Linux version for
Yep. Yeah,
Steam?
it's multi-platform. So Linux,
Okay,
Windows, Linux, Mac.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then you can buy your games off of it and run it off of Steam. That is
Yeah.
ridiculous, though. Yeah, Brad Wolf. Exactly. Oh,
Yeah. Hey, Brad Wolf, do you want to come up on StreamYards?
yeah. The link is up at the top, man.
Yeah.
Come join us. Anybody
And
out there,
John,
John, if you're open.
yeah, and Thomas.
Well, I think we've got more people than StreamYards and YouTube are telling me are here. It says only 4. And YouTube is telling me 2.
I closed YouTube so that I wouldn't get playback from it, echoes with StreamYards. So
John says
I
they're
keep.
giving you the authentic political experience with a bunch of pork barrel resources and
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that, John.
I
They
think that's
are.
pretty
I
much on
do.
target.
Yeah. Come up, John. Do you want to join us?
Basically bringing the entire chat onto the show.
What was that? Sorry.
So it's basically bringing the entire chat onto the show. According to YouTube, only 4 people are here. I think there's more. I think there's a lot more here. This YouTube is.
Can you get a refresh? Can you refresh it to get more up to date data?
Nah. Oh, wait, we've got a guest. I hear somebody in the back.
Be me.
It is
Hi.
Brad Wolf.
Hello, Bad Wolf. How are you?
Doing all right, Mr. VP.
That's good.
Welcome to the
What's that?
stream.
What's that? Avatar. I can't quite make it out.
It's a star.
Oh, cool.
Just a different filter on a star.
Oh, wicked. Now that you said that, I can see the solar flares on it.
Yeah, I just thought it looked cool, so
Yeah, it is definitely. So, Mr. Chief
That's really
Justice,
cool.
are we gonna criticize the President Tokyo here for wanting to violate the Geneva Convention, or are we gonna let it slide?
well, I was figuring letting it slide. I mean, uh, it seemed rigged from the beginning.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, system is rigged. It's all fake news.
You do his
If you want to
voice
know who the
very
real
well.
villain is, just look at China.
Yeah, you do a very good
was that?
impression.
Yeah.
Only through an audio filter.
Oh, were you using a filter then?
No, it's the filter it's the natural filter that happens when you use a
Oh, okay. You
computer.
did that very well.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't really want Trump to be president again. I'd want someone like Ron DeSantis because very similar policies, but less of the legal ballot legal baggage?
Yeah, there's a big problem with Ron DeSantis.
What's that?
He's a rhino.
Really?
He came out in support of a lot of Joe Biden's measures,
I didn't realize that.
and he's got Chinese partners.
I didn't
That's
realize
why
that.
Trump calls him Ron DeSanctimonious.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I'll stay out of American politics since I'm all the way over here in New Zealand.
Now, I want to see a Trump Vivek ticket. I
That
like
would
what
be
Vivek
nice.
has to say, but Vivek really has to prove himself instead of being a obvious Trojan horse.
I think instead of, I honestly don't think he's trying to run for president. I think he's trying to audition for the VP slot.
Oh, Vivek?
Yeah,
Mm. I think he's auditioning for the VP role.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I think you have a point there. I mean, it's obvious to anyone with a working brain, so not Dementia Joe, but that Vivek wasn't going to win the uh, nomination for the Republican Party,
Yeah, he's not
but
going to primary.
but he has been showing himself to be better than the other candidates. Again, not Trump. Just what does he have against Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley and
What do you think? What do you think about Governor Christie?
Yeah, I think he's an even bigger rhino than.
He's a moron. I grew up
Okay.
with Christie as my governor in New Jersey.
Okay.
He's a moron.
I don't know much. I don't know much about him. That's why I was asking.
New Jersey is a very special state. One of my favorite states in the union. Again, I grew up there.
I thought you grew up in New York. My apologies for getting this.
I did not grow up in New York. I was born in New York. I lived in New York for a while, but I did not grow up in New York. I grew up in Jersey.
Apologies there. But anyway.
The state is built so that I'm sorry, I'm getting rudely interrupted at the moment. The state is built on a democratic backbone, meaning that a lot of the things that would make any regular state fold under democratic rule works in New Jersey. But the main cusp of the people are all conservative. So there's a big check and balance system in New Jersey where if you don't make a lot of money, you can survive in New Jersey. If you're rich, New Jersey is a great place to invest in.
If the big cusp of the people are Republican, then how is it all run by Democrats?
It's weird. It's always been like that.
Okay.
It's always been like that.
America, we're full of contradictions.
Fair enough.
So is New Jersey. But I think it's more like it's not. What do I say? At least growing up, most of the races that I've seen have all been like barely Democrat wins. And just barely would become, get their points, get their electoral points to the Democrat. Barely.
Oh, so you mean in terms of the gubernatorial? Oh shit! I put the camera back on. I hope me pushing up didn't look gross in my chair. So you mean in terms of the gubernatorial race, they give it to the Republicans, or are you talking about the legislature with the votes?
Oh, in general.
Okay.
in general.
Okay.
I think last year, or the last presidential election, went to Biden in Jersey. Because I do believe that Trump also lost New Jersey to Hillary in 16, but just barely.
There's a guy on YouTube claiming that if Trump runs again, then Biden will definitely win because Trump lost the popular vote in both times, and I know the popular vote doesn't count because there's
Right.
electoral college,
Right.
but he's saying that there'll be enough mobilization that the Democrat, if the Republicans nominate Trump again, the Democrats will win again. What do you make of that? Is he wrong or is he right?
Well, he's threatening insurrection, if that's the point.
Okay.
But you can only get arrested for and thrown in prison for insurrection if you are a Trump supporter. That's the problem.
Yep.
So as long as he or she or whoever or it, whatever they are doing, or whatever they consider themselves, tortoise, I don't care. If they're saying, hey, we hate Trump, he's not going to win, and if we do, we're going to mobilize, nothing's going to happen. Now, if I were to say,
Oh no, when I should
not,
mobilize, I wasn't meaning to imply that he was threatening an insurrection. He meant in terms of if the Republicans nominate Trump, that the voters will mobilize against him, as in there's going to be a massive number of voters against Trump. I didn't mean insurrection. Sorry.
oh no, they say that all the time, and that is implying an impending insurrection.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking about insurrection.
Okay.
I think we all should be very worried right now. This is turning into a political show.
Sorry.
Sitting
Pushing
back
on.
and watching all of this crap play out with President Trump, they've just the DOJ, who are actually suing Trump, just buried them in legal documents that his legal team cannot get through in time for the trial.
Okay.
Yeah, so they buried Trump, which means that he can't even go to the convention to be nominated. Trump is on the cusp of being disqualified for running for president. He legally is disqualified for running for president. But right now, the people are saying we want Trump. Now, at the convention, it's going to be whoever's on the panel right now. It's not going to be Trump. I want it to be Trump, but it's not going to happen. We got to face reality. The deep state has politically assassinated Trump. It's done, folks. Unless he gets written in.
In what way is he currently legally disqualified right now? Because I thought he could only be legally disqualified if he was convicted.
Arrested and let's see, he's been arrested 3 times already. He's been indicted all of those times. He's got a court date which interferes with his election. He's got several court dates which interferes with his campaigning. He cannot attend the Iowa. He can't attend the RNC. There's no way he's going to be able to. That automatically disqualifies you.
Why can't he?
Under Republicans? Now, he could step away and form his own. Listen. He could step away and form his own party and then start running for president under those rules, but he's running under the Republican guidelines, and he can't run right now.
Why can't he attend the RNC?
They've hung him up, is what I'm trying to say. They hung him up. He can't run.
Okay. So they've got a court date on the exact date of the RNC, have they? So he can't
I
attend.
believe that is yes.
Okay.
He cannot
That's what I
appear at
was.
the RNC.
There's
That's what I
also
was
there's
not
also
clear
the
about.
issue of the gag order, which is uh, interfering with his ability to promote himself running, because
Yep.
he's got several valid points, but if he literally can't promote discuss them, then it's hamstringing him.
Yep. I mean, granted, yes, it is 100% election interference. Make no mistake about
Oh
it.
yeah.
The U.S. is under a coup right now. It's under a coup
Well,
state.
well, to be honest, I'm not sure. I mean, he might be guilty of the January 6th. I'm not sure on that. I don't think he's guilty. I mean, the classified documents thing, I don't think he should be in prison for that because Hillary did the same thing with her server. But the January 6th, if he was really meaning for those protesters to go, and he's saying he didn't mean for them to do that, but it's very hard to tell whether he meant for them to do that or not. So,
And see, and this isn't directed directly at you, Stephen, but that
okay.
that point pisses me off. We don't have it's on YouTube. Trump saying before the riots, that weren't riots, by the way. Peacefully make your voices heard. He didn't say storm and all this stuff. And during the lawful demonstration, he said, "Go home."
Yep.
So
It-
Trump organizing this, Trump being implicated as being the mastermind is BS. What happened a couple of days ago with Hamas entering into the U.S. Capitol, nobody getting arrested, nobody being investigated, nobody being thrown in political prison, pisses me off even more. That is a mother effing insurrection in itself.
yep.
I didn't even know that. I didn't hear about
Just
it.
a couple of days ago, thousands
October
of
18th.
I'm
Yep.
sorry, Brad Wolf.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
buddy.
oh, no worries.
Thousands of pro-Hamas and Hamas members stormed the U.S. Capitol,
Oh
defaced
wow,
it,
that's
committed
terrible.
vandalism and violence in the U.S. Capitol. An enemy
Yeah,
of the United States was allowed to do this freely. And there are
yeah,
many,
yeah,
many people sitting in jail right now that were just in the neighborhood during January 6th and are rotting in
yeah,
jail with no trial, with no charges.
yeah. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Cannot tell me that the United States is not a finished country.
Yeah. Sorry to upset you, Tokyo. I didn't mean to.
Well noted, Thomas. Well noted. And thank goodness I'm not monetized.
Yeah, you would have. If you were monetized, you wouldn't be for long on this
Yep,
stream.
that's true.
Sorry, my
But
fault.
Oh
had to be said, though. I mean,
no, yeah.
like I said, that ire wasn't towards you, Stephen. That was just.
That's good. It's
Ugh.
just it's hard being outside of looking in, because you don't know all the facts. So,
And I'll say it, this could have been ended back in 2012. If if certain individuals were arrested and thrown in jail, if a certain president would have been rightfully impeached between 2012 and 2014, we would not be here. the world would not be in this horrid mess. We would not have just been recovering from a devastating Chinese pandemic, or I should say, democratic pandemic, because that was all coordinated. We wouldn't be here. But you know, there are a lot of keyboard warriors that had tried to curse me out and test me. You know, talking all big and stuff, saying, "Oh, we're going to take action. We're going to do this. We're going to do that." Where are you? Meanwhile, in reality, I said it. Hang on. Sorry. Ugh.
Are you all right, man?
Yeah. Coming up off the tail end of a cold.
I hope you feel better soon.
If only the meteor, only if Nibiru, this giant megaplanet that nobody gets to see, mysteriously did crash. That was like right next to Earth. Mysteriously crashed into us.
There was a thing floating around on Facebook that a meme that was like suddenly you wake up and there's a message in front of you saying, "Okay, we let this simulation go on long enough. We're going to have to restart it and go back to 2012, something like that." And like, yeah, that would have been so much better because this world we're living in right now is just so insane.
It's only
I
going to get
finally
worse.
realized the old saying, "May you live in interesting times." Why that's considered a curse.
Yes. Ancient Chinese curse.
Goes back to China.
Every time you do that, it gets me.
China. Yeah. Because we're sending all of our money over to China. And they're not giving us any money back.
Well, I agree with you on the anti-China stance 100% because China's gearing up for war in the Pacific and wanting to take Taiwan, and New Zealand is just being so naive and saying, "Oh, we don't need to take sides. We can please America and China." No, we can't. China is under an evil regime, and we need to side with America and start building up our military and giving closer ties with America and Australia to prepare for coming war in the Pacific. No question. But New Zealand still is stupid and still maintains that stupid anti-nuclear policy from the 80s, which forbids US warships from coming into our waters, which is the stupidest thing one of our governments did in the 80s, and we're still recovering from it.
China's
We
desperate.
still haven't recovered from it.
China's desperate too. China's experiencing one of the greatest economic crashes of their existence right now.
And when countries get desperate, they get dangerous.
Trump, if you want to talk about presidents delayed actions, like everybody does. Oh, we have a great economy, when they were saying that, oh, this is the Obama economy. Meanwhile, Obama hadn't been president for a long time, and Trump is well in office at the time. You want to talk about that? Talk about Trump and what he did to China. China FAFO'd really bad.
Yeah.
And now that they've messed around and now they're finding out, they're desperate. They are desperate. They are a wounded animal in a corner and are waiting to strike. Fortunately for everybody else, part of that economic assault that Trump did on China was also done to their military.
That's good.
So right now, all it would take would be for some smartass in a tugboat to pull up next to one of those brand new, sparkling, huge nuclear aircraft carriers that China has. Kick it, it'll sink.
I hope you're right about that, because this ships do worry me.
And the U.S. fake news media is trying to spread fears that North Korea was selling nuke and missile technology to Russia. They were selling to Russia. Think about this. Every single missile, and every single space satellite that they've attempted to launch into space has landed in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, true.
Their latest satellite, which was not supposed to be a spy satellite, they claim it was supposed to be a scientific satellite that was going to go to the moon for some odd reason, ended up in the Sea of Japan. Didn't make it to the moon.
No.
And we're afraid of North Korea. Really? North Korea has been hurting for decades. The true state of North Korea. This is why the Kims are so diabolical. They're like the epitome of evil, because they have no control. They have no money.
Well, they keep the population under their thumb now,
Yeah.
which is pretty bad.
And they've had more defectors in the last 20 years than they've ever had, which tells you a lot about the party. When Kim Il-sung took over, and Kim Jong-il, and even into Kim Jong-il, those two had such a cult of personality about them that the people just fell in love with them left and right.
Yeah,
But
brainwash.
Kim Jong-un started losing his popularity when he started talking to Trump. This is a population of people that have been trained since the 1950s, when Kim Il-sung took over, to hate America and everything about it, and to their detriment, and / credit, depending on how you look at it. The generations, like our parents' generation, that range of people, have been, by and large, totally hooked on the Kims, completely hooked. Our generation and our children's generation that are there now are questioning everything. Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump both did more damage to the North Korean society than anything else.
I don't know if they're questioning everything, because I saw a documentary on North Korea a while back, and they have speakers in every kitchen which you cannot turn off. You can turn down, but not off. Fighting with them with propaganda every day.
Yeah, but just because you flood people with propaganda doesn't mean that you're going to hook everybody. Back in the day, yeah, that was true, because of something that I believe was called the Great Promise, that before the Great Famine, Kim Il-sung was on his way to fulfilling. And they squarely blamed America for the Great Famine.
Yeah.
And it worked. But even now, they're blasting propaganda into everybody's home. But you got a lot of people questioning whether or not this stuff is real. Because they're hearing all of this, American Satanists, these bastard Yankees. At the first sign of trouble, they're going to come across the ocean and come up from South Korea and eat you alive and all this crap.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they turn on their TVs in Pyongyang because nobody else has TVs outside of the city, and they see their propaganda queen praising Kim Jong-un for talking to Donald Trump, the American president, the president of the cannibal country that was going to come and eat them.
Yeah, true.
That Kim Jong-un has lost, not the majority, but he lost a good amount of support in his own population.
Okay.
So of course, he's becoming more and more ruthless. Him, his sister, and his little girl, his daughter, his adorable little daughter, is learning right now.
How
The
old's his
power
daughter?
of the devil, more or less.
How old's his daughter?
His daughter, I think, is what, 10 or 12?
Yeah, and she's been brainwashed already.
She's at her father's side now every
Mm.
time.
Mm.
She's being trained as the heir apparent.
Yeah.
Kim gets 500% of the popular vote in every election. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he also comes up with a lot of crazy things. Like, oh, Kim Jong Un never poops. That's one of the things that propaganda things they push.
Yep.
It's just insane. But like Tokyo said, his grandfather and his father had cults of personality. They had their
Yeah.
own charismas.
I
He
mean, they even invented their own calendar that started with one of their births, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
think
And
so.
all
Yeah.
the if you had, I heard about that if you had plays in the theatre instead of normal backgrounds that go on with whatever the play theme was, the background had to be the leader instead of like the scenery for the play.
Every single building has to have a picture of both Kim Il Sung and Kim Jong Il.
Mm.
And if there's a fire in that building, this is according to Yomin Park. If there is a fire in a house, you are to sacrifice your life for the portraits of the dear leader and great leader.
That's crazy.
If there is one blemish on the glass of the frame that those portraits are in, you die.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the Kims
Absolutely.
for you.
Yep. Yep. Most of it, yeah. People would actually do how people do that to everybody is ridiculous. A lot of the law, though, has been, I can imagine, was created by lawmakers who fell in love with Kim Il Sung's idea of the Great Promise. So it's like probably as ridiculous as it is to be executed for allowing dust to fall on the portraits of the great and dear leaders. I don't think the Kims themselves made up that law. Whoever was writing their propaganda made up the law. And they said, and they probably said, cool, here, pass me another beer. Drunk,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. Once they get the fervor into other people, they take the insanity and run with it.
Yeah. Like, all right, yeah, we'll just accept it. And that's the end of it. That's all it is. But unfortunately, millions and millions and millions of people are suffering because of it.
Yeah. It sucks.
And a lot of people don't know they're suffering.
Well, most of the country doesn't even have running water and electricity. That's even worse.
Well, no, not at all. And even Yeoming Park said in her first book that she had no idea that this was wrong. She thought that this was normal.
Okay. I
And it
have a
wasn't
book.
until she got into South Korea that she didn't realize that it was not normal.
Okay. I've never heard of this Yeomin Park person.
Oh my gosh. She's like one of the biggest personalities out there right now. She's, yeah. Check out her channel, Yeoming Park, the voice of North Korea. She's a little spitfire too. She's great. I read her book I believe it was called In Order to Live. It was a fantastic piece, an absolute fantastic piece.
Okay.
And it told about her harrowing story of how she and her mother escaped North Korea, found their way into China, which is right over the river from where they used to live, and were sold into the sex trade. And they met these Christian missionaries, not mercenaries, who shamed them and brainwashed them and everything else, but managed to get them passage into somehow, some way, Mongolia, where they were immediately arrested. They surrendered to Mongolian officials, and the Mongolians sent them to South Korea, where she eventually went to the United States.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And now
What
she's
do you mean? What do you mean the missionaries brainwashed them? What did they do?
The way she described it in her book, they had made her feel shame for surviving. So basically, what happened was her and her, I believe her mother also, were sold as indentured servants to some Chinese dudes who put them to work as sex workers.
Yeah.
And she needed to survive. So in order to not be killed or sent back to North Korea, Yeomin did what she had to do.
Well, the Christians don't seem like true Christians then, but shaming them, wasn't their fault. They didn't have a choice.
Right. True Christians, true Bible believing Christians do not shame people for their sin.
Yeah.
But she was shamed for her sin. And that was the price she had to pay for her to get them to help her.
Okay.
But she did it, and she made it. She moved to the U.S., married a guy, had a son, divorced the guy. I don't know what she's doing now, but she's been speaking. She's been recently been attacked by Biden supporters and lefty cronists. So she's been very much based and speaking.
Why Biden supporters attacking her?
Because she's been attacking Biden.
Okay.
Telling people, hey, you're screwing your country up. You're turning your America into the country that I fled.
Yeah.
That's not the country that I came to. And she's being attacked for it. Now she's voting Trump.
Yeah.
Classic story. Not her story. I mean about the Biden supporters attacking someone for criticizing Biden.
Yep. Oh, and I know that stuff's true too. When my last foyer on Twitter, I'm technically still there, but I don't look at it anymore. Somebody from Trek movie, one of the idiots in the comment section, was also a Twitter user, and publicly blasted me saying, "Oh, he's a far right Trump supporter, MAGA racist don't listen to him on a thing that I said that Star Trek Discovery isn't canon.
Huh. Shows how idiotic he was.
Another person was like, "Oh, if he's a conservative, then why is he watching Star Trek?"
Oh. I hated how leftists think they're the only ones allowed to enjoy Star Trek.
Well, a lot of people hate that, but unfortunately now that is the majority of Star Trek. We are the vocal minority now, thanks to Star Trek Discovery. And if you don't agree that the musical episode was the most fabulous episode ever, you're a racist bigot,
Crazy.
homophobic, right-wing Trump supporter. God.
They keep using those words, but I don't think they know what they actually mean.
Exactly. Do you like regular milk or chocolate milk? Regular milk. You're a racist.
What?
You're attracted to white things. No, that was actually an argument back in 2014.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody, and it was ran with, promoted by Beyonce of all people. Milk is racist because it's white.
That's ridiculous. Oh, God.
John Marcos says, my theory about people who say Trek has always been leftist is that they clearly don't know TOS. This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. These are the same people that would watch the Omega Glory and then burn their TVs after the message that it said. If you haven't seen Omega Glory, you should.
I can't remember which episode it is. I've probably seen it, but
This is Captain Tracy on a planet of primitives fighting a... Captain Tracy violated the Prime Directive and started helping out a group of pseudo-Asian people.
Yeah, the Kongs and the Yanks, if I remember
the Yangs,
correctly.
yep. And the Yangs were all the white people who modeled their society after the Constitution of the United States.
Yeah.
And couldn't read it correctly, but Kirk came in and educated them all.
Yeah, it took him a minute because the words were so mangled.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it, but I haven't watched it in years. I have to go back and watch it.
And also, truly a missed opportunity in one of the greatest adversaries Captain Kirk had ever faced, period, and no discussion. Captain Tracy. Captain Tracy handed Kirk his ass multiple times in this episode. Kirk stood no chance.
Okay. I have to watch it again.
These are the same people who called me I know what that is 2 weeks ago. Now I'm wrong supporting Israel. Yeah. We're all wrong supporting Israel.
There was a video, I don't remember what Ivy League college it was, but they had missing posters of, the hostages in Israel, and some Hamas supporters were ripping the posters down and laughing at the people, and I left a comment, and somebody's like, "What is wrong with you people? These people just just try to support the people of Palestine and blah blah blah. No,
No.
that's not what they were doing.
Hamas doesn't support the people of Palestine. I'll come back to that in a second, John.
Guy
I
was
agree with that.
delusional. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Let this be made known right now to all 4 people that are watching this and to all 16 that will eventually watch this in this video's lifetime. Hamas does not support Palestine. This is the same terrorist group. We're not just protesting and saying all of this stuff just to support Israel, which I do support Israel. But Hamas does not support Palestine. If they did, hospitals, schools, police stations, retirement homes, parks would not become legitimate military targets
Mm-hmm.
because Hamas stores their weapons there.
Yes,
Yeah,
I,
Hamas was given.
I have heard that as well.
Yeah, Hamas was given the pipes for water filtration, whatever so they could the people could have running water, and they turn them into rocket launchers or something
Yes.
along those lines. Used
Yes.
them in their terrorist activities. Now the people don't have water, and
They're
well,
blaming Israel.
Hamas was given a chance.
Mm-hmm. Now they're blaming Israel for it. They're buying it right down the line. Israel
Mm-hmm.
did not cut off your water and electricity. Hamas cut off your water and electricity. You people need to rise up and wake up. Hamas will, as soon as they can fart in the wind, use you as a human shield, and they don't give a crap.
Yep.
I'd agree with that 100%.
Hamas is not just at war with Israel. Hamas is at war with you, people of Palestine. Wake up and smell the dead rubble around you. That's all I've got to say. John was right. It was the most dramatic reading of the preamble of the Constitution ever.
Oh yeah.
Thank goodness we are not monetized.
Yeah, sorry, I mistyped there. It was supposed to be 100%.
I see it. Thought you were censoring your zeros.
No, just fat fingers.
No, I would say that's the perfect. What do you call it? Perfect commentary on YouTube.
Well, I guess that's just a happy little accident then.
Yeah, so. Here's mine.
I think I can read it.
YouTube is against the use of vowels too.
What do you mean?
It's a joke, but it's more like a Babylon Bee type of joke.
Oh, I saw something from the Babylon Bee recently. Mia Khalifa came out in support of the Hamas attacks, and the Babylon Bee had. We've received a report from the founder of Hamas. Oh, girl, thank you so much for supporting us. We're so happy that you could speak for us. We're so proud of you. Just going on because if Mia Khalifa went over there, she would not fare well. Hamas would not take any pity on her. They would make an example of her.
Oh, you support us? Great. Stand here. No, just stand there. Just turn around. Stand there. Here, I'm going to put this blindfold over you. This way you can't see the incoming ones. I mean the love that you're about to receive. Go ahead. Just stand right there. Go ahead. Thanks. Guys,
Who's,
guys, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Shit.
who's this person you're talking about?
Mia Khalifa was an adult film actress. She technically got out of that business, but she's still using her stage name, and she's a podcaster now. She's a blogger. She was working with Playboy, but they fired her over her supporting Hamas.
Yeah.
She's still finding ways to make herself relevant for some things, but she's I don't even remember what ethnicity her family is, but yeah, she's uh Arab,
Mia Khalifa, Lebanese.
Lebanese. Okay, yeah.
There is one thing that concerns me about Israel, though, and that is that I heard a story that after Israel, and I want to make this clear, I'm in no way supporting Hamas because Hamas's strike on Israel was absolutely barbaric. They shot random people at a music festival and beheaded babies, and they're truly evil.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one thing in the response that Israel did that I'm a bit concerned about. I heard on the news that Israel told everyone to evacuate North Gaza and move to South Gaza, and then um, after they told everyone to evacuate south, allegedly Israel did an airstrike on the south of Israel after telling civilians to go there. And allegedly, there was this one guy that had his whole extended family were taking refuge in this one house, and the house was destroyed, and he's the only survivor of his whole family. Now, why would Israel strike the south of they shouldn't have struck the south of Gaza after telling civilians to evacuate there. They should have concentrated on North Gaza instead. So that worries me a little bit. I'm not sticking up for Hamas in any way, but I'm just saying Israel military might have buggered something up with an airstrike. You can't condemn one side. Like, you can condemn Hamas, which I absolutely do. It doesn't mean you have to support every military action of Israel.
Well,
But
that's
have you
sorry.
guys heard of that airstrike that I'm talking about?
I haven't. No.
Okay.
I
What
I
about
heard
you?
I heard about
Sorry.
a hospital supposedly getting bombed and the news covering it, and then 2 days later it's discovered it wasn't the hospital that was hit. It was a nearly empty parking lot next to it. It wasn't even Israel that hit the parking lot. It wasn't Hamas
Yeah.
either. It was another one of the terrorist organizations over there.
Hezbollah.
Yeah, I did hear that one. But
So
no,
I'm sorry.
this
Yeah, I haven't heard about your one.
this is a different one. Have you heard about it, Tokyo?
Hezbollah.
Have you heard about the
Hezbollah that struck that. I'm reading up on the Southern Strike now.
Okay.
All right, hold on. This is coming from the BBC, and I believe they have a different. They're citing a different source.
Okay.
Reuters. Okay, so yeah, well, there's your source right there, folks. Reuters. More than 100 Palestinians have been killed in airstrikes in southern Gaza, officials say, as the Israeli military continues to target the area, despite ordering civilians to shelter there. Israel didn't order civilians to shelter anywhere. Number one, Israel suggested that they should move to the south.
I thought
Israel
they.
doesn't control them. The
Okay.
Palestinian Authority controls them. And if the Palestinian Authority was gullible enough to allow its people to go to the south, where there are still legitimate military targets of Hamas, then that's on the Palestinian Authority, not the Israeli government.
But the Israelis were dropping leaflets saying evacuate to the south. So
Yeah.
don't
And
you agree that that's an immoral move, bombing the south after you drop leaflets encouraging people to move there?
it depends what's there.
Okay.
Most of the dead reportedly fled their homes in the north ahead of what is expected to be a major ground offensive against the militant group Hamas. The military said it struck a series of Hamas targets in the south. There is also mounting concern about humanitarian conditions in Gaza. Thanks, Hamas. The U.S. said it. The U.S. said it agreed to develop a plan with Israel that would enable aid to reach civilians in the Hamas-governed territory. As UN aid agencies warned that hospitals' fuel supplies were likely to last more than 24 hours. Were unlikely to last more than 24 hours. Water was extremely limited, and shops only had a few days left of food. This is what Hamas does to you people. Hamas cuts you off so that they can go to war with Israel. They don't care about you. Wake up. There have been hopes of opening Egypt's Rafah crossing to let lower loads of urgently needed aid into and Palestinian with foreign passports out. But an Israeli strike reportedly damaged the building that at the crossing on Monday. Israel cut electricity and most water and stopped delivery of food and medicine through its crossings in response to an unprecedented cross-border attack by Hamas militants on 7 October. On October 7th, this is the BBC, folks, in which at least 1,300 people were killed and 999 others were taken hostage. Around 3,000 people have been killed in Israel's bombardment of Gaza since then, according to health officials. And we have...
Actually, I have to agree with the BBC about 7th October.
Sorry about that. Computer froze up on me.
Oh, no worries.
All good. I'm just teasing Tokyo that I agree with the BBC's format of the date, 7th October, not October 7th.
It's October 7th. Year, month, day, or month, day, year.
Yeah, I'm used to the American way of doing it. When I see the British version, I don't always, or other versions, I should say, always takes me a minute. It goes, okay, got it now.
What I get annoyed with is for some reason the younger generation here want to use the American system, and it's like, no, we're not America. We should stick to our own system.
It's the international system. It's internationally recognized, not this British crown crud.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree that US can have their own system, but I don't understand why people here want to change to the American system because we've always had the same system as the British for dates. So I get annoyed with New Zealand reporters saying the date wrong because they should say it the same as it officially is in our country, which is day before the month.
Indeed. See, we're coming up on 2:30. I actually wanted to wrap this up at 2 hours.
I'm only joking. I'm not.
I know. No, I'm just.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I'm not saying that in response to you joking. I'm saying that in response to like it's noon here. It's 12:30,
Yeah.
and the game was not exactly fun. But this is a very heated discussion, and even though we all agree on the same things here, we just, I don't think this is YouTube friendly.
Probably
enough.
not.
Probably not. No. This would be Rumble friendly, but I need 5 followers on Rumble.
I haven't even heard of
Go live.
Rumble. What
Yeah.
is it?
Rumble is another social media. It's a direct competition to YouTube.
Is it like Odyssey, which is a front
It's
end to
better.
library?
I believe it's better. Let me sign into my Rumble account. If I can remember what my Rumble account sign in was, it's on my cell phone. Rumble. But yeah, I need 5 followers in order to go live.
Okay, I'll come over and follow you.
Let me get my account information for everybody. Settings. Where is it? Yeah, I have 0 followers. I need 5. And hang on. Ooh, I found it. Found myself. Hey. Now, where's my live stream at? Where did it go? Oh, here. There, folks. If you guys can give me a follow on Rumble.
Oh, could you put it in the project of StreamYards as well, please, Togi?
Yeah, I think I can arrange that. Maybe, or maybe not. Oh, private chat. There it is. There we go.
Thank you. I'll click on it
I
now.
can't even make content on Rumble without followers.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I presume it's free to sign up to?
It is.
Okay.
That's good at least.
Cool.
I'm going to switch pins here.
I presume I need to make an account before I can follow you.
Yep. Highlight my own chat. And yes, apparently I can do StreamYards on Rumble.
Cool.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'll use the other computer to make my account on, so I'll do it later in the day, Tokyo, if it's alright with you. But I've got your URL now.
Log into Rumble once you're live. Let's see. Okay, so to use Rumble live stream, you'll need it. Let me share the screen real quick one more time so that we all know that I'm not just fishing for followers. All right, here we go. To use Rumble live streaming, you'll need a paid Rumble member publisher subscription or any account with more than 5 followers. So I actually would like 6 followers, and then we can go live. Streaming software that supports our MTP streaming protocol, which StreamYard is one of those. So just 6 of you. Just only need 6 of you, folks. check me out, rumble.com/user/Tokyo Trekker. And give me a follow, please, so I can do live streaming and get off of YouTube. And also, I can monetize on Rumble.
Oh, good.
That's cool.
Actually, I can do simulcasts on YouTube and Rumble, which is awesome. I think I'm going to call it here, folks. Anything you guys want to plug with last words or anything? I know John wants to do. John is going to be doing Jep Nerdy next week. And there's rumors of a coup d'etat. John knows nothing about that coup d'etat.
What coup? As Vice President, I fully endorse my President John DeMarco. There will be no coup.
Well, President John, if you would like to drop your link in the chat for Jep Nerdy for next week, be great. And I can put it up on the screen for everybody to enjoy. Subscribe to John DeMarco's channel, folks. He usually hosts at this time, the time of our stream today, Jep Nerdy. And again, it's probably the best dang trivia show on YouTube, to be honest with you.
It's definitely fun, even if you lose. It's lots of fun.
Indeed. You can tank the game, and it's just hilarious. But anyway, check out
Thanks for
John's
having me
channel.
on.
They even have the non-canon show over there that everyone loves so much.
The damn non-canon show. I do a good impression of you, don't I? Damn non-canon show. I can't believe.
I'm joking. Actually, that sounds. I really hope I don't sound like that because that sounds very similar to Bernie Sanders, and he's just creepy.
Are you once again asking for support, Mr. Vice President?
Sorry, what?
Oh, it's a Bernie Sanders meme.
No.
Always, I am once again asking for your support, and then they'll put in like either financial support or just random things, just totally making fun of Bernie Sanders. So
Okay. I never support Bernie, the damn communist. Anyway, sorry, Tokyo.
We keep telling you, Mr. VP, we don't feature Discovery.
Yeah, true.
Let's see how long it takes. Let's see how long it takes you to figure out your new headline that I gave you.
Yes, I saw it, Tokyo.
It's that damn Cannon show. It's all done in love and jest, my friend.
I know. Same as me complaining about Enterprise. All done and fun. Yeah.
Actually, that damn non-canon show is Lower Decks.
I haven't even seen any of this season.
You don't want to.
I lost my. This is gonna sound crazy, but I lost my password to Prime Video, so and I can't even remember which email address I signed up to it. So I have to ring them up and go, what's on your records?
Don't know. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Oh, by the way, here's John DeMarco's channel. Go and check him out. Hello. There you go. Go and check him out, YouTube/John DeMarco. Case sensitive, folks. Subscribe to him and check out Jep Nerdy. And John, just to confirm, Jep Nerdy will be back at this time, correct? Next week? And while we're waiting for John to reply to that, I want to thank Brad Wolf and Mr. Vice President for coming to join me on the after talk of what could possibly have been the sleepiest game of I Am Your President.
Well,
Even I
you're
was
welcome, Turkey.
I don't know when my next stream will be. I don't know where it will be. Hopefully, we can get up to 5 or 6 followers on Rumble, and I can start streaming there and get some more followers and get some more exposure to everybody. And yes, here it is.
Yep, there we go.
John is back next week, usual time. We will not be. This was impromptu, and I'm glad you guys came, all 5 or 6 of you, and which YouTube will tell me was only 1 after this stream ends because YouTube doesn't like me live streaming.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
YouTube-
thanks for having me on. I know the game was boring, but this discussion was at least,
Little fire.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, Toko.
No problem, guys. No problem. And I will catch you all probably on Jeopardy or, I release 3 shorts a week now. I'm up to a 3 short a week schedule now. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I'll check
Yeah.
them all out.
before we go, I can preview one of those for you. Actually, really, really funny, kind of. You know what? I won't. Hold on. Yeah, this was supposed to be really, really interesting, and my scheduled co-host did not show up. So not happy about that.
Oh
You
well,
win some, you lose some.
the Chief Justice and I stepped into the breach for you.
Next time will definitely happen. All right. Let's see if I can do this before this video starts. I can. All right. There we go. I'm gonna wait for it. That's not me. Hang on. That's me. Hang on.
Okay.
IP standing up. 7 useless facts you already knew. One will shock you. Did you know that it snows in the wintertime? When you owe somebody money, they will hound you until you either pay or collect in court. Bees, wasps, and hornets will sting you if you mess with their nests. If you look up, you'll see a blue sky on a clear day. 2 + 2 is 4. Cheetahs are cats that are fast as hell. Before revealing the last shocking fact, like and subscribe for more. Did you know that if you press Alt and F4 on your keyboard, you'll close this browser?
Where do you get the voice from? Because that's not your voice.
It's from, what was the name? 11 Labs. It's a text to speech, AI text to speech thing.
Oh,
Okay.
so that link I got from you, I thought you'd been hacked because I got the link about the I won't repeat the swear words on the channel, but the effed up code generator.
Oh, no, I wasn't hacked. I made that
Oh,
video.
okay. Oh,
I
you
made
did
that.
make it. Because
I sure did.
Oh, well, it did seem funny, but it was just because it wasn't your voice. I'm like, this isn't Tokyo. But now I know what's going on. I'm sorry, my friend. It was a cool video. I just thought someone else made it and put it under your name or something.
No, I absolutely made this. I made the script that it went to also.
Okay.
I installed Windows 3.11 with a handful of floppy disks and a dream.
There we go.
I wrote a program that will convert any string you type to brain code. Simply run this program. Type in whatever you want to convert. The code will give you the brain code and copy it to the clipboard. Simply paste it in a BF file and run it with the compiler. A quick and painless way to write brain code without destroying your mind, but you can easily destroy others by trying to explain how convoluted the code really is. Have fun and subscribe.
So you invented your own scripting language for that code?
No. No. Brain is a real language.
Oh, okay.
I wrote in Python a code that will change your whatever you want to type out. Like if it's hello world, it changes it into brain.
Ah, okay. I see. And you were just making fun of the brain language that already exists.
No, it's actually called brain.
Ah,
That's the
sorry.
real name of it. Is brain.
Okay. I
Trying to-
see. So sorry for misunderstanding, but I get it now.
No, it's okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
let me sign out, folks. I'll give you guys some information after we cut. I will take this opportunity to thank everybody that came in. Thomas Potts, John DeMarco was here. Brad Wolf, thank you for joining us here on the panel. And some guy named Stephen Muruve. I don't.
You make
Bird
me
of prey.
sound. You make me sound French.
Bird of Prey 5 was in the house. Thank you coming in, Kapla Bird. And thanks to everybody that's going to watch this on the replay, all 15 of you. It's been great. So have a great week, and I will catch you in the shorts, not directly, and on Jeff Nerdy with John DeMarco. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good night.
See ya.